My name's McKenna. I am a cloth diaper consultant for Sheep Diapers. They're based out of Salt Lake. And I've been cloth diapering for about 2 years now, I think. Anyway, it was really intimidating for me at first, and so I thought I could teach a class because I know a lot of you are probably okay. Awesome. Okay, so pockets are probably the most common type of diaper you'll find when you're looking. They're these cute little outsides with a waterproof outer, and then they have an inner that you stuff and insert into, right? So they're the most common. I'd say they're probably average in price range. A lot of people really like them. I don't really like them, but a lot of people really like them. And so I'll just go over the kinds of diapers with you really quick. The most expensive you'll find is probably an all-in-one. And it's also the easiest to use depending on the brand. So this is a Smart Bottoms all-in-one. It comes with the insert attached, so you don't have to do any stuffing. It's loose, so it will dry pretty fast. Some of them are inside, so they still take a while to dry. And so it's pretty much the closest to a disposable diaper you're going to get. Just put that on and you call it good, basically. It's really awesome. This one's about $25 per diaper, though. So they're kind of expensive. This is also an all-in-one. This is a Rumparoo's brand, a Little Joey. And it's all in there. You don't have to worry about anything flopping out. This is a newborn size. And it works great for new little babies because you don't have to worry about stuffing if your new baby squiggling that doesn't like getting a diaper put on. And then there's also, this is a Happy Flute brand, which is kind of a cheap brand that you can get from China. I get them in co-ops on Facebook, and I can give you the information for those if you'd like. And it also just has it built in, and this one also has a pocket so you can stuff it if you need more absorbent, which is really awesome. Okay, the next, this one's a Happy Flute all-in-one. It just has a pocket added into it because that's what the brand does. Okay, then you have what are called fitteds. This is basically an all-in-one without the cover. So you still need to get a cover for it. Some really good choices for covers. You can get, the Flip brand or any brand that's like this. Or you can get wool, is really great for diaper covers. It keeps the moisture in really well. And fleece also works. You can have compression leaks with fleece, but if you don't have any compression on it, it's not going to leak very much. So I brought this blanket. I'm going to show you something with that later. And then you have the pockets, which we already talked about. And after that, you have just the diaper cover. Some people call this the flip system, but a lot of other brands do it too. This is my Rumparoo's cover. It's really cute. There's nothing inside. It's all just a waterproof fabric. And then you can use inserts, you can use pre-folds, whatever you want with the covers. So this is my favorite system, and it's also actually probably the cheaper version. So you use the pre-folds or flats, which are really cheap. And then use other brands like Flip and all sorts of good stuff. So I'm just going to show you real quick. This is a pre-fold. This is a brand new one. It hasn't been washed, so it looks kind of weird. This is a bleached pre-fold. This is a newborn pre-fold. So you can kind of see the difference in size there, newborn and regular size. And I was going to bring a doll to show you guys on, but then I slept in this morning, and I was running late, still needed to bake copies, and I forgot the doll. So I'll just kind of show you how I use these. I just fold the pre-fold into thirds, and then fan out the top, like this. You can all see that. And then you just set your baby in here with her bum right there in that pocket. Fold it up, like this, and there's your diaper. And then you can use, you can use diaper pins to pin it together, like people use in old days, or now we have these things called snappies. They're about $4 each, and they are awesome. You just hook it in there, put on all 3 parts, and it holds it together for you. And then put a cover over it. This one, I love this one. It's just awesome. And then you're good to go. And it's the same for all the pre-folds. If anybody has any questions, you can interrupt me. Okay, and then you also have flats, okay? this is a flat. I love these because you use them exactly like a pre-fold. So all the pre-fold is a pre-folded flat. But these ones are so easy to dry. They dry in probably 10 minutes in my dryer on high. And so to fold these ones, I was intimidated at first when I got these because they were so big. I just didn't know how to use them. Just fold them into fourths and you've got a pre-fold. So then you can do the exact same thing with them. Fold out the sides, put the baby in, and then put it together. It's really easy, and there's a million other ways you can fold them. Sometimes I do just in triangles. It gets basically the same thing done. Fold it in half that way twice. Put the baby in there. Fold this up. That one's a little bigger, so my baby's a little bit bigger now, but it's really awesome. Okay, so pre-folds and flats are probably your cheapest way to go with diapers. The pre-folds, my company sells them for $2 each, and we sell a pack of flats for $16.50, and there's 12 in the package. The bleached pre-folds are only $1.50 each. If you don't want to bother buying diapers from a store or online, trying to figure out what you like, there's also the option of just getting flour sack towels from Walmart, Macy's, wherever, pretty much everywhere sells them. And I think you can get a pack of 4 for like $2. So, and you just use it exactly the same as a flat. Fold it. Fold it again, and there you go, is your pre-fold. Okay, and then there's also t-shirt diapers, which when I learned about I was pretty excited about. This is just an old t-shirt that I had lying around in high school. There's 2 options for t-shirt diapers. If you have really, really big ones, you probably need bigger than this one. You can just cut the sleeves off, cut it down the side, and make yourself 2 flats out of it, the front and the back. This doesn't need any sewing because the fabric doesn't fray at all. It just curls up a little bit at the ends. And so this is really good if you just need some diapers in an emergency. Also, you can just use a whole t-shirt as a diaper without bothering cutting it up or sewing or anything. Just fold it into thirds like this. Show you. Okay. So just fold it in like that. And fold this part up a little bit. Fold it up, and then bring these sides in. And snappy it together. And these, actually, I tried this out when I found it, and I was surprised to see how well it works. It's more absorbent than a flat because it's more layers. It's also a little bit bulkier, but it's really great for like nighttime. It's kind of like a fitted, basically, which without all the elastic in it. And then also fleece. I was going to bring some wool, but then I didn't get a chance to get any. So I brought this is a fleece blanket. There's instructions in your little booklet. Oh, page it's on page 13 on how to cut out a diaper cover from fleece. But you can also just use a fleece blanket that you have around without cutting it up and ruining it. You use the pre-fold, whatever you want to do for your baby, put it on them. And then you bring this up, bring that over, wrap it around really good, and just put their onesie on over it and it'll hold it in place. You don't want to put them in a car seat or anything in fleece because it will probably leak from the compression. But it's really good if you're just around the house. Yeah. Any questions so far? You guys are so quiet.
I've just never even heard of this stuff, so it's just
kind of in awe. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes. So pretty much like the pre pre-folds, the flats, the t-shirts, all of those, you just put the cover on top of that.
Yep.
And if you have a cover and you don't want to bother with a snappy, you can just stick this in there too. This is what I do a lot of the time actually when I don't feel like folding it. Just stick it in the cover and you're good to go. You just put it on your baby.
How much are those covers?
Well, it depends on the brand. This is a Rumperoos. It's my favorite. I'm really bad at prices. I brought my price list. Let's see. This is a newborn size Rumperoos cover. And it, oh, I don't have a newborn on here. A regular size is $14.
But those you wouldn't have to wash every
Right. You can just wipe these off and use them again, which is why I love them so much. You don't need as many. So if you buy like 2 packs of flats or 24 pre-folds and then just 2 or 3 covers, you're good for 2 days. You don't need to do laundry in those 2 days usually. Unless poop gets on the covers and you don't want to reuse it. But that's why I like folding them up and using the snappies because it contains the poop a little bit better so it doesn't get on the diaper. You can use it more. Any other questions?
So did you just say you like the pre-folds better, or the flats better than pre-folds?
Yes.
They hold poop better?
Well, the pre-folds and flats kind of hold the same amount of poop, really, the same amount. It's just, I like the flats better because when you're washing them, they dry faster. You don't have to use as
She
much
said she
energy.
likes to fold it and needs a snappy better
Yeah.
than just the tri-fold
Yeah,
and putting it in.
yeah, I like to wrap it around the baby instead of just folding it and sticking it in the cover. But sometimes I'm lazy and I just stick it in the cover.
And it also depends on how big and old your baby is and
Yeah.
how much they poop. So when you know like what they do, then you can like better,
Right.
adjust to what.
Right, exactly. I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, and we also have their disposable diaper liners. You can use reusable or disposable. You don't have to get them at all, but they just help catch the poop, and so you don't have to mess with this being all poopy. I really don't mind it right now because my newborn is pooping and that's water soluble. It's great. You just throw it in the washer, call it good. Once he starts on solids, I'll have to scrape it off into the toilet and I might start using liners then. But yeah. Any other questions?
Do you need a diaper sprayer?
You don't need one. I don't have one. Some people use spatulas. They just have a spatula dedicated to the bathroom and they scrape it off. I have just kind of dumped it off and I used some toilet paper to help get it off in the past. But I'm hoping to get a diaper sprayer for Mother's Day, so we'll see.
Yeah, or you can just dunk it. That's
Yeah.
why, or we had a utility sink before that I don't know if it but now since we moved here, we have diaper sprayer and it's helpful.
Yeah. Sometimes the poop wouldn't come off and I have to kind of dump it around, push it in the potty. Sometimes I let it soak in the potty for a minute. But it's really not that bad. I thought it was going to be nasty when I started, but it's not that bad. My husband's getting used to it finally, too. So. Any other questions?
Well, okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
So I like all the different options, but if someone's just starting out and has no idea like what is going to fit,
Right.
like, would you suggest getting like one of each thing?
Yeah,
to
because
try,
you can do that because they resell really well, especially if they've only been used once or twice. You can pretty much get your money back for them by selling them to other people. So yeah, I would definitely suggest, try a pocket, try a cover, try an all-in-one. For little babies, I really like the all-in-ones. They're just so nice not to have to worry about, because they're so bulky on newborns. Even the newborn covers, the pre-folds and stuff are just so bulky that these are really nice. They're trip. And there's lots of brands of them too. These are just my favorite.
And what brand is that one?
This is a Lil Joey. It's Rumperoos or Kanga Care. And they have the cutest patterns too. I mean, look at this one. Isn't it adorable? Any other questions?
So how many do you suggest having to cover you until you're washed?
I usually recommend having at least 24 just so you can get through 2 days, so you're not doing laundry every day. But if you want to do laundry less often, more, average about 12 a day for newborns. I think it goes a little bit down when they get older. They're not using quite as much, but they're making more at the same time. So you don't have to do as many changes. They just might get more wet at once. If that makes sense. I started out with my newborn doing a diaper change every 2 hours. Basically, every time he'd eat, he'd need one. And so then that was about 12 a day. He's down to probably every 3 or 4 hours, and he's a month. They're 2 months old. So yeah. So I'm going through do less now. Do diapers about every 4 days because I have lots of covers and stuff.
Do you use all the same material for the inside? Because I know they have hemp, bamboo, all those other things that are more absorbent. So would that affect how many you need as well?
Yeah, that would definitely affect. Let's see. I didn't bring those. So most of what I have up here is I have pretty much all cotton up here. I do have some hemp ones, which they tend to be a little bit more stiff, but they hold about the same amount as the cotton ones. I also have some bamboo, and I find the bamboo to hold a lot. I love my bamboo ones. Family Cheer is a brand. You can Google them, I think. And they have Family Cheer. Let's see, how do you spell it? It's on this. FAMICHER. They have, it's kind of like a pre-fold, but it's a little smaller. They call it a tri-fold. And it's 4 layers of bamboo, I think, and then a fleece liner. It's called a stay dry liner, and so you can fold it with the fleece against baby's bum, and it keeps the wetness away from his bum, so he doesn't feel uncomfortable in the diaper. And I really love those, and they're the only thing that has been getting us through nighttime all night. They're amazing. He doesn't leak. My daughter didn't leak when she was like 1.5 using them at nighttime. I love them, but I don't sell them, unfortunately.
And then can you tell us a little about how you wash them and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, washing is actually really, really easy. For Velcro, when you take the Velcro diapers off your baby, they have this little extra Velcro thing in the middle, and you want to make sure you put the Velcro on that. Otherwise, you'll be pulling out a chain of diapers attached to the Velcro, and it pulls at the pull, and it just, I hate Velcro, but if you like Velcro, that's what you want to do. And then you just throw them all in the washing machine. Obviously, if they're eating solids, you need to rinse off the poop first. But so you throw that in the wash, you do a rinse on either cold or warm, and then do a heavy cycle, and then an extra rinse. You might need to do a couple extra rinses. And then you can throw them in the dryer. I usually throw these in the dryer just down low, the covers, because you don't want to ruin the full. But you could hand dry them too. But yeah, it's really easy. I mean, everybody is different. Everybody's found different methods that work for them. That's what I do, and it works. I used to use Tide, and then they changed the formula, so now I use Gain, and it works perfectly. I used to have to strip my diapers all the time because I googled how to wash diapers, and there's all this stuff about cloth diaper safe detergents and use Rock and Green and all of that stuff. And my diapers were always stinky, and I had to strip them all the time, basically get all the detergent buildup and ammonia out of them. And ever since I started using Tide and Gain, I haven't had that problem. So.
It also depends on where you live and the
Right.
water. I moved from Pennsylvania in May, and when we moved here, I was using a cloth diaper safe one. It was called Crunchy Clean, and I was perfect in Pennsylvania with my well soft water. And then moving here, I got a lot of buildup. So if you have a water softener, that might affect like what detergent you need as well, and also just how much you use is important also.
Right. How much you use is definitely important. Some cloth diaper safe weirdos will tell you to use half as much. Some will tell you to use a ton more. I figure if you're using right about the same amount as you'd use for regular clothes, you're okay. Just make sure you do an extra rinse. Smell them if you need to make sure they're clean. Do another rinse if you need to.
Or just take a look and make sure that it's not still sudsing.
Yeah. You can't. I have a high efficiency, so I can't tell if it's sudsy or not. I have to smell them. But yeah, my high efficiency front loader works great for my diapers. A lot of people are worried about that, but mine works great.
Do you have to put in like extra water for that, or?
Nope, mine I don't. I think it's probably because I do big loads all the time, so it senses that it needs lots of water.
Okay.
But you want to make sure that you have like a stew, basically. So you don't need a ton of water, but you want enough water to clean the diapers. Do you have a question?
What do you hold the diapers in to like keep the smell until you're ready to wash them?
I just use a wet bag. They have pail liners too that you can just like put in a laundry basket. It's just this without the zipper on top. It has elastic instead. But this has, it's a double layer of full, so 2 waterproof layers. There's this, and then this is also waterproof, and then it's got the pretty design on the outside. I just hang this right here on the side of my changing table, and I put them in there. The ammonia actually builds up worse if you close it though. So if you put it just in an open laundry basket, the ammonia smell shouldn't bother you too much. I've let mine go a week and the ammonia hasn't smelled at all. Poopy diapers, on the other hand, will stink. So you'll want to, if you're not washing them every other day, you'll want to close them off. But yeah, I just use this. And then there's 2 other sizes. This is a large and medium and a small, so you can bring the smaller ones with you in the diaper bag, which is really great. Just don't forget about them in the diaper bag, because after a week or so they will start to stink. Did that last week. Couldn't figure out where the smell was coming from. So there's wet bags, there's the pail liners, and there's all sorts of brands you can get from too. I think Planet Wise is the most popular. That's what I thought. Yes?
I have another question. How much money do you think that you save doing, or do you think you save money with all the washing and the detergent and everything like that?
I think so, because, well, so I did some calculations a month into when my baby was born, and I figured out that I would have spent about $300 on him in diapers for the first month. You can get a decent stash for well under $300. So if you times that 300 by the 2 years he's going to be in diapers, it's a lot of money to spend in diapers. But then if you just, especially just get the cheap ones, you can get a decent diaper stash for under $50 really. And then all the washing and stuff may add up, but like I said, I've got a high efficiency washer and high efficiency dryer, so it really saves on the energy and water used. Some people like to make their own washers just using a 5-gallon bucket and a plunger. Just put your diapers in there, plunge them to make them agitate, and then you have to do a lot of rinsing when you're hand washing them, but it's better than spending money.
Is it the same as regular?
It depends on the brand. Okay, so the Rumperose brand that I swear by, this is their newborn size, and then they have a 1 size for their covers. And then they also have, this is the preemie newborn size all-in-one. I don't know if they actually have a 1 size all-in-one, but they have pockets as well, about the same sizes as the covers. And so the newborns fit from 6 pounds to 12 pounds. My son's 12 pounds and he still fits in it, so really 20 pounds. And the 1 size fits from about, depending on the brand, 10 pounds all the way up to 35 pounds. And so you really only have 2 sizes you need to worry about. Sometimes just 1. I mean, if you want to do disposables for the first month of your baby's life, then he'll probably fit into the 1 size really easily. They're pretty awesome. Thirsties. This is a Thirsties cover. A lot of people really like these ones. I'll just tell you, the Rumperose, they have these double gussets, which is why I like them so much. So they keep leaks from happening really well. Thirsties also has double gussets. I don't think they work quite as well, but they're also a cheaper diaper. And so they have double gussets, and they have, I think they have 4 different sizes for theirs. So they have like a size 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you have to buy a few more sizes with them. Fuzzy Buns, I couldn't find my Fuzzy Buns diaper, which makes me mad, but it's a true all-in-one. I mean, a true 1 size pocket diaper. You have to turn it inside out, and instead of snaps on the outside, it has elastic on the inside. You know some of the toddler pants that have the elastic on the side with the button, and that's how you tighten it. You guys know what I'm talking about? It has that elastic right there that you can't use the button instead. It has it on both sides by the legs and up by the belly and on the back. And it fits a really tiny baby. It fit my newborn right when he was born. So it just depends on the brand what sizes there are. This is why I started the cloth diaper consulting, because I was sick of not being able to go to a store and compare them all side by side. Because I want to see what I'm buying before I get it. Especially when I started cloth diapering, I just found a deal. It was on this one actually. It's a cute diaper. It's a Lotus Buttons pocket, and it came, and I just didn't like it. And I got a few, and I just didn't like them. And like they have microfiber inserts. A lot of your pockets will come with microfiber. I just hate the microfiber. It stinks. It's hard to clean, and I hate the way it feels on my hand. And you can't put it in the covers because you don't want it against your baby's bum. And so I just didn't like it. So that's why I started cloth diaper consulting, so I could have a stash that people come and look at. I usually hang them out in the sun too. You can hang them in a window, because even when it's cloudy, there's still UV rays coming through the clouds. Okay. I was actually talking to this lady that I'm friends with who is big about cloth diapers. You know, she cloth diapered all of her kids, and she told me that even if you hang them outside when it's cold, the freezing will kill all the bacteria in them anyway. And so you're cleaning your diapers really well, you're getting them bleached, and even if they're frozen, just bring them in, thaw them, throw them in the dryer. These kind of get a feel for them. You can. I do have stuff for sale if you want to buy anything and try them out. I've got the pre-folds for $2, and I have flats for I think I said $1.50 each. I was going to sell those for. And so if you guys want to buy anything to try, you can. I've got some pockets that I can sell too. So just come on up and have a look and ask me any other questions you haven't asked.